everybody, my name is Joy. Welcome back to Phasmophobia. With the new major patch released into the beta version of the game yesterday, Phasmophobia received a new map and two new types of ghosts, the yokai and the hantu. I would like to talk about those ghosts in a different video at some point later. Today I would like to go and explore our new hunting ground, the Willow Streethouse, which is one of the new small maps added to the game. Willow Streethouse is going to be easy to farm and get yourself familiar with, since every time you load up your lobby it's going to show up as an option, so you don't need to spend time with recreating the lobby every time you would like to play it. Um, let's take a look at it, and I would like to share my experiences about this map, because yesterday I already played it a little bit and I came up with a few observations. So the first thing I would like to talk about is the layout of the map, which as you can see is going to be, thank you, which as you can see is going to be a ground floor and a basement. The breaker can be in two locations so far that I have seen. One is the garage, which we are going to visit in a moment, and the second one, as you can see here, in the far end of the basement. Um, this map is a little bit similar to Tanglewood Street House in its original setting. As you can see, it's a small house with a garden, also ground floor and basement set up, and it doesn't have a second floor. However, that's pretty much where the similarities are going to end. The reason for this is going to become very apparent as soon as I turn on, we got ourselves a ghost room, as soon as I turn on the lights in here. But I think it's already coming through a little bit. This map, unlike Tanglewood Street House and unlike most of the small maps, is a lot less claustrophobic. It has big open spaces that are sometimes divided only by glass doors from each other, which sounds pretty compelling and nice at the first time. However, it's actually a really big downside of this map, because it makes it almost impossible to break line of sight in many cases during a hunt. So with the breaker on, I would like to show you the basement first, since we are down here. As you can see, there is a corner here. This is the farthest end of the basement. Sometimes down here on the floor there can be a Ouija board. Then there is a room here referred to as the left storage, um, which is, as the name suggests, a storage. I assume there might be a spawn point for the Ouija board over here as well, but I haven't actually seen it spawning here yet. So this is one, and this room is not very good for hiding. I didn't mention it before, but Willow Street House does not have lockers or closets. So you need to rely on breaking the line of sight. And for that, for example, this right storage room over here, this corner is pretty good. It's rare that the ghost comes in here, so this is a pretty safe spot considered all things, compared to the rest of the house. Um, with these two out of the way, we have this narrow corridor over here, leading us back upstairs into the realm of very shiny tiles and floorboards, as you will see up here as soon as I turn the lights on. Um, so, this one I did not open, I believe. Let's take a look at the entrance part of the house real quick. I just bumped into something. Was there a ghost? And I heard the first footstep over here, but I'm not sure, maybe it was just wandering. So back to the beginning. Okay. Uh, Back to the beginning of the house. We are having here a living room and a mug that's been knocked over. We are having these glass doors. So far as I went yesterday during the hunts, these do not seem to break the line of sight, which as you can see results in a large open space, making this map a lot more like the farmhouses and less like the other small maps. So if you turn left in the kitchen, this layout I can't really wrap my head around. Like, look at it. Who wants to have glass doors leading into the garage where there's just a bunch of tools and paint cans? Like, do you want to observe your paint cans while preparing dinner? This doesn't make any sense. but it makes it easier for the ghost to detect you, so it's making the map a little bit harder. So in the garage we are having a possible looping spot, which is not going to give us much of an edge, since to get away from it, the only way is leading out through that glass window, which, I mean that glass door, which as I said is not gonna break line of sight. Over here this is a reasonable hiding spot, but so far the best and the most reliable hiding spot I found is over here beside these washing machines, because it's highly unlikely that the ghost is going to come exactly here and notice you. Obviously it's not going to be working if you're in a very close chase, because then the ghost is just going to go to your last known location and explore there. So after kitchen we have here a bathroom, which is ghost room on its own, so it's not connected to anything else. Also the downstairs storage rooms seem to be ghost rooms on their own. And we are having two bedrooms here. The location of the bone on this map is usually pretty straightforward, and as you can see here, the board can also spawn in this dude's bedroom, who seems to be fond of the supernatural because he also has a voodoo doll in his closet that you can photograph. So the board we are going to leave here. This room overall is not a good idea to come in during a hunt, because that this shelf or cupboard or whatever it is, no, is not providing much of a hiding spot. I guess it's time for us to revisit the ghost room, because the ghosts seem to require our attention, and then I'm gonna go back to the last room on the far left side. So here's the TV remote and light switches one more time. It's freezing in here, by the way. Light switch right next to the door is not going to operate the outside lights, but the lights of this room. As for the kitchen, you have the light switch over here. As for the garage, it's in here. And for this corridor part thingy, I keep thinking it's here, but it's not. It's over here. And for the rooms, it's not very complicated. It's just right next to the door. So this room is a little bit better when it comes to hiding, since it has two spots. One is over here, which is safe, and the other one is behind this massive antique cabinet, wardrobe, whatever it is. So this room is a good option as well, should you want to hide somewhere during a hunt. So with all those introductions made, we can actually go and figure out what type of ghosts we are dealing with now, I guess. And while doing that, I would like to address another change that was made to the game. Namely that the smudge sticks became a lot less powerful. Earlier you could use the smudge stick for, I don't know, like 15-20 seconds. I never measured it, but now it's considerably shorter. I couldn't even smudge rooms that earlier were very easily smudgeable pretty much twice in the time that was provided for the smudge stick. And motion sensor, candle, crucifix. And this means that smudging some bigger rooms, especially either on larger maps or on the farmhouses, or even in this house, when it comes to the living room, we're gonna try to smudge it. And you will see that you won't be able to go around the entirety of the room. Simply because the smudge stick goes out so quickly. So we're gonna leave these here. We're gonna pick our stuff up if I can. Yes, very nice. Let's take a look. As for fingerprints, there was a new thing about fingerprints as well. At least in the games yesterday, the fingerprints I found on doors were no longer in the middle center of the door, but all of them became a lot smaller and became located on the far like far right side, top right corner of the door for some reason. I am not quite sure how the fingerprints on light switches look, but I believe they are pretty much the same. So as you can see, the room over here has normal temperature, however the one over here is freezing. So the two rooms are separate spawn locations for the ghost. Let's go check for orbs and bring in a few more stuff to complete our objectives. I also would like to take some pills because I don't want to get hunted during this game now, since we already addressed our hiding spots. But even while knowing those hiding spots, surviving a hunt on this map is not as easy as it seems. So we had the crucifix, candle, motion sensor. Okay. Oh, we didn't check the orbsies. Okay, the motion sensor already got completed, and we do have ghost orbs. So I also read up on the patch notes, and there it said that the ghost orbs spawning is now a little bit more ideal, so to speak. I don't know what the exact phrasing there was, but it seems like, based on my few games yesterday, that ghost orbs are now a lot easier to detect than they used to be. We probably shouldn't have popped those pills, I just realized, because we're gonna need the ghost to try and hunt us, but we can fix that luckily because we have the board in there. Okay, so we don't need the darkness anymore. We do need these candles. One here, and this one I'm gonna leave here. Because now that we are not endangering a possible hunt and our objective with it, I would like to waste a small stick to present you how short the burn time on it currently is. And we never tried the spirit box actually. What do we have? We have ghost orb and freezing temperatures. Okay, so we might have a phantom, a mare, or a Uray. For the phantom, we're gonna need an EMF 5. For the mare, we're gonna need the spirit box. And for the Uray, we are going to need ghost riding. So do I have an extra hand? No, I don't. So we're gonna keep an eye out on that book and test the spirit box should it be still empty. It is still empty. So I guess it's spirit box time before we do the smudging. Are you here?
Yes.
Okay. So we got ourselves a mare. And we are still missing a lot of pictures. I don't know if I'm gonna actually play this game entirely through. Because that was not the point of the whole thing. But I just might, since it's gonna be easy to farm up on pictures of interaction anyways. I did place my lighter somewhere, but can't seem to find it. Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go. So, smudge time. Take a look at this. I'm starting it now. Breakers out. Very nice. And I got to half of the room, and the smudge stick is already out. I don't even know if this allowed us to complete our objective. Okay. Let's check it, actually. Oh, it wasn't an objective. We probably didn't get the ghost though, because the right side of the room was completely unaffected by the smudge. So let's go back and what do we have? We only need to finish our photo collection, I assume now. And then we are pretty much done here. I would prefer to have a ghost picture, but I do not think I will just stand around for this game. in order to try and get it. And let's go and get the breaker back on, and then let's take a few pictures of the Ouija board. Another thing which I noted yesterday, and I'm not sure if this was a one-time thing or if it's intentional, is that we were playing against the demon, and the demon, unlike any demon I've seen before, started hunting at 70% sanity, pretty consistently actually, instead of 60% or around 60% sanity. So they might have changed a little bit those values as well, like the calculation protocol, the calculation algorithm to initiating hunts. He's probably got blown out by the ghost. And we have our crucifix, one over there, and the other one I think I placed somewhere on this rug. Oh yeah, it's over there. Okay, so let's try the board then. And wait a minute, what was that? Okay. And I would not like to do it here, since this room is a death trap. Without, I mean, there is maybe a place to hide here, but should the ghost come in this room, it's not gonna stop over here. It's just gonna come here and discover you anyways. So I will use the board over here. So even if the ghost comes this way, we can have down into the basement. How old are you? How old are you? These floorboards are so shiny. Okay. How old are you? Oh, there is another thing. Oh. Very good. Thank you. Okay. We're just gonna watch this. So our sanity is in shambles now, but there is one more thing I would like to show you here. Should the ghost room be in here, you might be tempted to place the camera in this corner. Don't try to do it. If you go in that corner backwards and place the camera in front of you, it's gonna get you stuck and you won't be able to get out. In some cases, it still is possible to unglitch yourself, but mostly you're just stuck there and gonna get killed by the ghost. How old are you? How old are you? Oh, okay. I guess we are taking some pills. Okay. Oh no. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? There is still the crucifix. Okay, never mind, because we still need to finish our photo collection. We are missing 3 pictures, so we have plenty of time to lose our sanity still. I just like the taste of those pills, I must admit. Okay. How old are you? Okay. How long ago did you die? Oh, that was 3 numbers. I didn't even pay attention. How old are you? Okay. Now our sanity is down to... I think we were at 80, so it's like 50-ish, I guess. Let's turn off the lights to make it more comfortable for the mayor. And we have 1 crucifix there, 1 crucifix here. I'm not entirely sure if this is going to be an ideal placement, but that's my best guess for now. So let's try and make it hunt. I'm gonna ask it a few more questions. How old are you? Okay, perfect. So now our sanity is nowhere to be found. And the crucifix just got used. Perfect. So we are pretty much done here. Our photo collection is complete. We had the bone, we had the Ouija board, we had the voodoo doll. Don't forget that there is a voodoo doll in the far right end of the house in that cabinet. And we also got the ghost picture. So with all our objectives complete, I think we did a pretty good job on this one. And we have a mare. Yes. Alright, let's go. Okay, $280. Perfect game. So, to sum it up, Willow Streethouse. Willow Streethouse is a small map. It's relatively spacious, which makes it very hard during hunts because of the long line of sights the ghost may have on you. It doesn't have any lockers or closets, but it does have a few hiding spots which you might want to get yourself familiarized with. Overall, it's not a very hard map because it's relatively small and all the possible ghost rooms are pretty close to the truck and to the entrance as well. So it's a good map if you want to farm. However, it's not a very good map if you're going to get hunted subsequently because you are likely to be found in one of those semi-safe hiding spots. This concludes this small introductory video on Willow Streethouse for today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the field.